LovelyMuze here, and yes, I am using a male voice this time, and that is only because this analysis video sounded way better with this voice. Anyways, I am back with another video, and this time I will be providing you with my first ever analysis video on the relationship and friendship between NCT's Mark and Haechan. I decided to do an analysis video because lately I have been indulging myself with a lot of NCT and 17 content, especially NCT, and although I have always wanted to do an analysis video, I never really thought of doing one on idolships, but for some reason I just felt the urge to do one on Mark and Haechan, because I just admire them, not just as artists but their friendship. I'll admit, those two are probably one of my favorite friendships in the idol world. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video. Before I start with my video, just a little disclaimer. What is being stated in this video are simply just my opinions and an analysis of their relationship. Please do not fabricate and use such opinions and analysis given in this video and turn it into something that can be possibly unpleasant and damaging to Mark, Haechan or any members mentioned in this video. Do not take any information given in this video and turn it into unwanted rumors or label them as facts. What is stated in this video is simply my own analysis and thoughts on what I think based on what I have seen, or heard, using videos that I have seen and watched. Thank you and enjoy. Mark and Haechan have known each other since they were kids as they were trainees together and were on SM Rookies as well. It was through SM Rookies that fans were able to get their first glimpse of the type of relationship Mark and Haechan have. During SM Rookies, fans noticed that Haechan liked to always tease Mark a lot, whether it was by playfully making fun of him, hugging him, or trying to land a kiss on him. It was clear to fans that Haechan took quite an interest in Mark. Despite the constant teasing, Mark seemed to get along well with Haechan, smiling and always laughing at the jokes Haechan would make, and despite being total opposites in personalities, they were always together, playing together, and relying on one another. Because of this, fans found their interactions and their relationship quite entertaining, thus forming their ship name MarkHyuck. Even after the end of SM Rookies, their friendship only became more popular, and after their debut as members of NCT, they became arguably the most popular friendship and ship in NCT. Despite their constant declaration of their friendship, and them constantly saying how close of friends they are, and how they are soulmates and so comfortable with one another, I cannot help but notice certain things that has me realizing how very complex and complicated their relationship and or friendship is. To understand what I mean, I am going to break down what I am trying to say into points, specifically 5 main points, and under those 5 main points I will be providing my opinions and explanations, as well as receipts such as videos along with those opinions and explanations. The first point I will be talking about is constant rejection, which is also known as the one-sided affection that a lot of MarkHyuck shippers like to say Haechan has with Mark. This point will be broken into 2 opinions, one regarding how Mark doesn't reciprocate Haechan's affections and skinships towards him, and the other being how Mark only liked to show affection to Haechan off camera instead of on camera. We all know that out of the NCT 127 group and NCT Dream group, Haechan is the most affectionate towards any and every member. Based on the videos that I have seen, he seems like the type of person that likes skinship and expressing his admiration or love and care for someone through physical things like hugs, kisses, or cheering and hyping that person up. That doesn't necessarily mean that he doesn't like expressing his affection through words also, like giving out compliments and telling his members he loves them. However, a lot of the videos I see of him, has him responding to his members through physical touch, and thus I believe his love language is probably physical touch. Because of this, it means that he probably responds to physical touches very well from other people who give it to him. So he not only provides physical touch but he responds well to other people responding back to him through physical touch. When he is being affectionate to his members, by hugging them, holding their hands, and more, though he may not be expecting them to do the same back, however, that is how he would probably like them to respond back to him. Not to mention, he also probably receives confirmation that his affection towards them is being well received and accepted, as they do it back to him also. Now, in regard to Haechan and Mark, when I see Haechan's affection towards Mark, I have noticed that Mark does not really reciprocate, or in other words, respond to those affections back. He either pushes Haechan away, playfully hits him, elbows him to stop, physically moves Haechan's hands away, or just simply ignores Haechan. There could be several reasons for why Mark does this. This could be because Mark gets flustered easily, so he does not know how to react to those affections, or because as stated by Mark himself in a NCT 127 video during promotions for their song Regular, it could be because it's Haechan doing it, and therefore he doesn't like it. However, whatever the reason may be, I can definitely say that it is not because Mark does not like skinship like some of the fans like to say whenever trying to justify his lack of affection towards Hae-chan. This is not to say there aren't times where Mark has been affectionate towards Hae-chan, because believe me, there have. However, it's rare and inconsistent. Plus, it seems that Mark's affections towards Hae-chan have only just been recent, especially since Hae-chan and Tail got closer. Not to mention, it seems like Mark's first reaction towards any of Hae-chan's affections towards him seemed to be either to always push Hae-chan away or playfully hit him to stop. Now, moving on to the second part of this point, on the whole rejection thing, but it pertains to the whole on-camera versus off-camera thing. This is something that some people say regarding MarkHyuck. That Mark's lack of affection towards Hae-chan could be because he doesn't like showing it on camera. That whenever there are cameras or that Mark feels like there is a camera on him somewhere, he would be less affectionate towards Hae-chan and does not like doing skinship with him. However, behind closed doors or off-camera, Mark is supposedly really touchy or affectionate towards Hae-chan, hugging him and stuff. But why is that? Mark is very openly affectionate towards the other members on camera and off-camera, so why is it that it is only Hae-chan that he is not openly affectionate towards on camera? To be honest, I am split with this opinion. Because 1, I do not know them personally and I don't know what they are like behind closed door or off camera, no one does, except for those close to them. However, it still doesn't explain his so-called dislike for skinship and the reason for him always not reciprocating Hae-chan's affections but always reciprocating the other NCT members' affections. As well as only supposedly showing Hae-chan affection off camera as opposed to on camera like he does with the other members. My second main point is the double standards that I have noticed Mark seems to have with Hae-chan versus the other NCT members, such as Yuta, Win-Win, Jungwoo and the rest of the 2000-liners from NCT Dream. If some of you are a Mark stan or Mark is your favorite member or bias in the group, then you obviously notice the other ships he is in besides the one with Hae-chan or the NCT Dream members. The most recent ones, and the ones gaining popularity currently being the ship he has with Yuta and Jungwoo. Many fans, but mainly a lot of MarkHyuck fans, including me, have noticed that the way he treats or reacts to Yuta and Jungwoo's affection towards him is completely different to the way he treats Hae-chan's, thus making it seem like he has double standards. For instance, whenever someone brings up the fact that Hae-chan has a one-sided affection for Mark, people like to say it's because Mark doesn't like skinship. However, if you look at the videos with him and Win-Win or compilations videos of you Mark, or Mark Woo, you notice that Mark not only lets Yuta and Jungwoo shower him with affections, such as cuddles, hugs, holding hands, and more, but he reciprocates them willingly and even at times is the one initiating them, especially with Jungwoo and Win-Win. Some may also say it's because Yuta, Win-Win, and Jungwoo are the Hyungs and therefore Mark just feels more comfortable doing skinship with them because they are older. However, Jungwoo is only just 1 year older than Mark, who is only 1 year older than Hae-chan, who is the same age as Renjun, Jae-no, and Jaemin, and when the other 2000-liners do skinship with Mark, especially Jae-no, Mark also reciprocates it back. Which bring me to my next opinion under this point, which is that Mark treats the rest of the 2000-liners somewhat different from Hae-chan despite Hae-chan also being part of the 2000-liner. Not only does he reciprocate the affections they show him, but he seems to always initiate skinship with them, especially towards Renjun. Which then brings me to my last opinion under this point, which is that despite Jungwoo only being 1 year older than Mark doesn't use honorifics with Jungwoo. This is because both of them have gotten closer and now see each other as somewhat same-age friends. For those of you who aren't aware of how significant that is, in short, South Korea values hierarchy, especially in age. Meaning, those who are younger have to use honorifics aka formal speaking, towards their elders and those older than them. So if two people who are of different age decide to drop the honorifics between one another, it typically means that they see each other as equals and of same-age friends even if they aren't the same age, and it also typically seen as a sign of how close and comfortable they are with one another. So with that in mind, you would think that if Mark is able to drop the honorifics with Jungwoo because he now sees himself as close and equal with Jungwoo, then he would have no problem if Hae-chan does the same to him, especially considering how close Mark and Hae-chan already are, and how much they keep calling each other best friends and soulmates. However, that's not the case at all. Instead, in one of the VLive that Mark and Hae-chan had, Hae-chan did ask Mark if he could drop the honorifics with him, just like Mark did with Jungwoo. This was Mark's response.
왜? 그래서 그래서 친구는 안 할 생각인가요?
아 사실
이거 팬들 앞에서 확실하게 얘기해 주세요.
오케이 봐봐요 여러분.
따를게요.
이거 저번에 정우 형이랑도 그걸 얘기했다며 그 정우 형이랑 나랑
친구
했는데 왜 이건 여러분 사실 그냥 약간 이유가 없는데 그냥 뭔가 제가 어떻게 보면 제가 만든 그냥 이런 약간 룰일로 보이실 수도 있긴 하지만 그러니까 정우 형이랑은 누가 봐도 오히려 그리고 정우 형도 빠른이거든요. 안 그래도 한 살이 더 많은데 근데 사실 그런 나이 이런 거를 저 사실 생각을 못하고 그냥 정우 형과 나의 사이에서 둘 다 그냥 되게 친해지다가 서로 그냥 친구하자가 이게 자연스럽게 돼버려가지고 그냥 그런 나이, 생일 이런 거를 다 배제하고 그냥 자연스럽게 됐거든요. 왜냐면 둘 다 오케어서. 근데 네, 일단 정우형은 그렇게 됐어요. 근데 혜찬이와 저랑은 일단은 안 그래도 굉장히 안 그래도 그 말만 안 했을 뿐이지 안 그래도 똑같거든요.
아 그쵸.
근데 가끔은 또 오히려 내가 동생 같을 때도 있거든요. 네, 근데 거기다가 이제 딱 그 점을 찍어버리면 이제 점점 혜찬이와 나의 이런 관계가 점점 이게 내가 너무 동생이 돼버리지 않을까 생각이 들기도 하고요. 또 혜찬이 성격상 가만히 두지 않기 때문에 네, 일단
Moving on to my third main point, which is how Haechan has now moved on to looking for affection from someone else. We've as fans have all seen how close Haechan has gotten with some of the other members. Not to mention, Haechan probably at some point noticed the lack of affection Mark throws back at him, and therefore decided to find other members who he knows will reciprocate what he gives them, those members being Johnny, Dale, and Jaeyoon, especially Tail. Haechan's love for Tail seems to have grown even more during the time Mark was away for Super M's promotions for jobbing in America. And he probably also realized that, rather than chase or continuously shower someone with affection who seemed to not only not want to respond to those affections but also not accept them, he decided that instead, he'd go after someone who may not necessarily be as responsive, but is at least accepting of his affections, which just so happens to be Johnny, Jaeyoon, and Tail. My fourth point is going to be on how Mark's lack of positive responses or acceptance towards Haechan's affections and skinship might just be Haechan's doing. Despite me constantly badgering on about Mark, on how he doesn't respond or accept Haechan's affections, however I do believe that the reason for it isn't one-sided. You see, so far, I have only talked about how Mark reacts to Haechan and how he reacts to Haechan differently compared to other NCT members. But I haven't actually provided a plausible reason for why he does that exactly. Like I have stated before, Mark's lack of response or affection towards Haechan's affection to him on camera isn't because he doesn't like skinship, that just isn't true, or because of age difference. But rather because of something probably much deeper than that, and I say that, despite this opinion possibly being based off a fanfic I read a couple days ago. This may not be necessarily how I feel, but it is definitely something that is much more plausible than the other reasons people have brought up. The plausible reason for why Mark reacts the way he does towards Haechan comes from the constant teasing Haechan does towards Mark. You see, if you don't know, Haechan is a very funny and entertaining guy, and he is one of the mood makers in NCT alongside Johnny. One of the things that make Haechan funny and entertaining is his jokes, which are majority of the time him teasing his members. However, there is one member out of the bunch who is always teased the most, and that is Mark. We've all heard that infamous story about Mark and Haechan, not the summer fight 2017, but the one about how Haechan is the sole reason for why Mark almost left SM Entertainment. No one knows exactly the reason, but a lot of people figured it is because Haechan teased him too much. At first, when I heard about this, I was skeptical, because I couldn't believe that Mark would just decide to quit and leave his dream of being a singer because of one person who likes to pull jokes. However, I decided to really think about and take it from his perspective, and then I realized that it is possible that Mark may not have took everything Haechan said or did as teases and jokes for laughs like everyone else, and like the fans. Deep down, he may have really been hurt by some of the things Haechan did or said, but we, the fans who are looking at glimpse of their lives through a screen, wouldn't have noticed it. You know how some bullies start out teasing their victims before actually fully on bullying them and terrorizing them. This is by no means me calling Hae-chan a bully or Mark a victim of bullying, hell no. However, if Mark was willing to leave the company due to Hae-chan, it means that Hae-chan's teasing might have crossed a line or Hae-chan might have said something that really struck Mark. Yes, they are really good friends now, the closest, but even currently, Hae-chan does tease Mark, maybe not as much as he did during SM Rookies or pre-debut, but Hae-chan constantly teasing Mark might be a factor, if not the main factor for why he reacts the way he does to Hae-chan. For all we know, Mark may not even take the affections and skinship that Hae-chan does to him seriously, because for Mark, he may just see it as Hae-chan just simply teasing him again, and therefore doesn't feel the need to entertain such teasing. My last and final main point has to do with Mark's inner jealousy, or in other words intimidation, with Hae-chan's interactions with other members, and how I feel like it just shows how complicated their relationship is. What I mean is that, there is no denying their friendship and there is no denying their love and care for one another. Despite the fact that throughout most of this video, I have been constantly saying how Mark doesn't respond or accept Hae-chan's affections, and that he has double standards to the way he reacts to Hae-chan's skinship in comparison to the other members. Despite all of that, there is no denying their friendship. And this last point, that I am about to expand on, is why I believe that, and why I believe their relationship isn't as clear-cut and straightforward as people may think. It is complex and complicated, and there seems to somewhat be layers to it. You see, despite not being affectionate towards Hae-chan as much as Hae-chan is towards him, Mark does seem to react away when Hae-chan is affectionate towards other members, most notably towards Jae-no and towards Tail. It's almost as if he is more intimidated than jealous, and by intimidated, I mean intimidated by the fact that Hae-chan might just turn away from him completely. Because, when I see those videos of MarkHyuck and Mark supposedly looking jealous, I don't see jealousy. Despite people always saying that Hae-chan is annoying, clingy and whatnot, Hae-chan is a big extrovert and is very social. Thus, makes friends easily and can easily talk with people. So Mark, who isn't necessarily as outgoing as Hae-chan, could feel as though Hae-chan may possibly seek interest in someone else, which to Mark, seems to be Jae-no and Tail. I mean, we all have a best friend or best friends who we cherish, and although we are happy they are making new friends or getting along with other people, however, we do tend to get a bit intimidated or fearful when they become too close with someone else that isn't us, therefore fearing that we might end up losing them. That might just be the case with Mark sometimes. Other than Lucas, Mark doesn't have other same-age friends he can necessarily relate to and see on a regular basis. However, with Hae-chan he has 3 other people that are his same-age friends. The closest thing Mark has to his same-age friends is Jung-woo and Hae-chan, but he cherishes Hae-chan the most, because despite their constant fights, banter, and differing personalities, Hae-chan and Mark have always relied on one another and have always been together. When I see MarkHyuck jealousy videos, and they show little clips of Mark supposedly being jealous when Hae-chan is acting affectionate or too close with another member, mainly Jae-no, I don't see jealousy, just someone trying to hold on to their best friend. But again, that's just me and my own opinion. To conclude, for those of you saying MarkHyuck is dead or no longer thriving because you haven't found new interactions between them, or because they have gotten closer with other members of NCT, need to realize that MarkHyuck aren't friends for our entertainment. They are genuine people who have genuine real relationships with other people and with one another, regardless of how we may feel towards them and their relationship. Both Mark and Hae-chan are my biases in NCT. I am genuinely fine with how they interact with one another, because at the end of the day I do not know them, and I have no authority to judge or narrate how they should be carrying out their friendship. Like I said at the beginning of my video, I made this video to simply give my opinion and insight on MarkHyuck, and of what I, myself have noticed. Though majority of what I have said are my opinions and are supported by the videos that I have seen, and have shared in this video, they are however, not 100% facts, they are simply just my opinions and an analysis of their relationship. So please do not fabricate and use such opinions and analysis given in this video and take it as 100% facts, it's not. Anyways, thank you for watching and making it this far.